So did you ever have insomnia and you're laying there at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning and your brain just doesn't shut off and you start thinking crazy things, silly things? Well, I was thinking about my camper. I'm going to take my little 6-foot Eureka truck camper out to the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous in January. And I was comparing that mentally to the king-size bed I'm laying in. The king-size bed measures 6 foot and 1/3 by 6 foot and 2/3, or 42 square foot. And I'm comparing that to my truck camper. The Eureka measures 6 foot long by 6.5 foot wide, or 39 square feet. So my Eureka truck camper is actually 39 square feet, 3 square feet smaller than my king-size bed. And yet I plan on living in this little camper for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, full time in that period. And in that 39 square feet, I have to put in all my clothes, my shoes, my cooking equipment, my stove, my water supply, because I'm going to be out in the desert and there's not going to be any water. So I'm going to have to lug water out there with me. I'm going to haul, I think, 10 gallons out there, maybe 11 gallons worth of water. I'm going to need generators to, my generator to charge my batteries once every day. So I'm going to need my generator, which is a 2,000 watt, inverter generator, and it burns gas. So I'm going to have to bring out a couple jerry cans of gas. And then I'm going to have to bring out all my food in my refrigerator. I'm going to have to bring out my medications because I'm an old fart and I have lots of medications. And I'm going to have to bring out my bedding and my blankets because it's going to be chilly there at night. It might be so chilly I need to bring out my Mr. Buddy propane heater. So now I need to bring out a couple 20-pound cans, tanks of propane gas so I can run my Mr. Buddy. My one single burner stove is dual fuel. It runs off of propane or it runs off of butane, so I can use 1-pound tanks on that. I can use 1-pound tanks if I want on the Mr. Buddy heater, but I've got the filter installed on it and a 12-foot extension hose I can run outside to the propane tank and run my Mr. Buddy on that. I don't have to worry about it running out of propane at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, me waking up freezing my timbers. And then some tools. I also have to have tools, some chairs. I want to take my clam. I want to take some books. I want to take my little AC/DC television set that has a DVD player in it in case I get bored, along with my iPhone and my iPad and my laptop, and my dishes and my food. So that's going to be a lot of stuff, and it's all going in my 39 square foot Eureka truck camper, which is smaller than my king-size bed. So that's where I'm sitting at. And I just thought, man, oh man, just another jackass. Yeah, I must be to do this. That's going to be interesting. So I'm going to take you outside and we're going to take a look at the outside of the camper. Then we're going to come back inside, take a look at the inside of the Eureka camper. Eurekas were made in Columbia, Tennessee. A little mom and pop shop. It's just a very small shop. They built them pretty much on demand. You'd go up there, if you liked it, you put down a deposit and have it built. Unfortunately, the guy who owned Eureka died recently, and the shop is no more. It was liquidated. And it's a real shame because they really filled a nice niche. This 6.5 foot wide by 6 foot long truck camper cost me under $8,000, fully equipped with a refrigerator and a microwave. And it's all aluminum construction, frame wise and roof wise and everything. So it was a pretty nice camper. Too bad he had to pass on. His son was saying, though, that he's thinking about starting the construction of the truck campers back up, because that was a really good niche that they filled. So let me get on with this. I'll show you the outside, and then I'll show you the inside of this Eureka